Hi, I'm Sherry McGill, and you're watching Lessons Learned. Welcome to Monday Quilt Chat. It's Monday, July the 4th, but you may be seeing this on Tuesday. Didn't get it out really early on Monday like I normally do, but I'm here. So let's chat about things. Actually, I'm sitting here right now and I'm putting together a muscle car quilt for my husband. I may have mentioned this before that I'd gotten this fabric from SewYeah. There's all kinds of American-made muscle cars on there. Camaros, Challengers, let's see, El Camino, all kinds of muscle cars, Corvette. So I kind of wanting to showcase that fabric in a big way, and I had bought half yard cuts of this. So a half yard cut is my favorite, as I've mentioned before, because if you see fabric and you don't know exactly what you're going to do with it yet, if you get a half yard bundle or several half yards, maybe up to at least 3 yards worth of half yards, you can just about make anything with it. Even if you have to cut it into teeny tiny pieces, you're still going to have an abundance to do with and make sashing and things like that also. So what I did is I did cut them down to fat quarters, which is half of a half yard on the horizontal, not on the vertical. And that made me have 28, I believe. So I had 7. Did I have 7? Yes, I had 7 half yards, and then I cut those fat quarters down into 9x18s. So that's what these columns are made of. And then at the top or the bottom of every other row, I have a half a piece, which is a 9x9. So this is, I have the selvage here, let me see. It's from Windham Fabrics, American Muscle. Let's see if there's anything else on here. Yeah, I think that's the bulk of the name of it, American Muscle. By somebody, but I'm not seeing the name. But that doesn't matter. If you can remember American Muscle by Windham Fabrics, W-I-N-D-H-A-M, you'll be able to find it. Here's one that has by Rosemary Levine Design. Here. That's what the selvages are saying. And I keep my selvages because I'm going to do something with those one day. So anyway, I've got all my columns done. Here's the pattern. I just kind of had to write it out just to orient myself. I knew I've done this pattern before. It's kind of like a cobblestone from Donna Jordan, but it's on the vertical instead of on the angle from corner to corner. That's the way hers is. I'd like to make that one someday too, because you can use 5x10s like from a layer cake to make it. So anyway, this is going to be about 99 inches long and 63 inches wide, but I think I'm going to put some border on it to make the width a little bit better. I'm not sure. I'm going to use some minky for the back. If I can get some just even pile minky, I want to do like a red minky on the back, and it'll be a cozy quilt that he can use. So I'm using 9x18 rectangles and 9x9 squares, and I'm putting 3-inch sashing. So I've already made these columns with this 9 inches of 3-inch sashing. Now I'm getting ready to do a bunch of long strips so that I can put my columns together. So I'm just going to make a giant continuous of this and then cut it as I need it. So I've just got width of fabrics here. So that's what I'm working on, and I thought, well, I better get busy and get you guys on here so we can chat some. I wish you were in person so we could chat in real time, but I enjoy your comments for sure. I really enjoy all your comments, and I appreciate all the comments that you all made over the wall hanging video. Everyone seemed to really enjoy that and like how it turned out, and the lady that got it was thrilled with it. So mission accomplished. That's what you want, is for the person to really like it. So she did. Anyway, I'm just going to take these. I don't know how you all do your sashing, if you just do little straight stitches here or seams here, or do you crisscross them like this and sew diagonal and then they come out like this. I think that's what I'm going to do. Might add a neat little twist to it and not be so hard on the quilting. And I'm just going to do some straight line quilting on it too. And I'm also using on this gray, this was like a whole bolt from SewYeah, so I've got tons of this gray. So I thought this is good. It's not a perfect match of gray to the grays that there are in the prints. Like for this one, for instance, it's a little more of a charcoal. The silver even is not exactly right, but I think it'll be okay once it's all sewn up. No one will ever be scrutinizing it that much. And I am using the dull side of the fabric. It does have a little bit of a shiny side, which I'm guessing is probably the right side, but I kind of wanted the more matte dull side, so I've got to watch that when I put these together. So hopefully in all my chit chat here I won't do that wrong. I have to really put these pieces under the light to see what is the shiny and the not shiny. So I hope you all had a good weekend. It was very hot here, and I didn't get outside that much, really. Just kind of piddled around, and Mark ended up doing all of the mowing this time. He just kind of got busy and did it, so I didn't have to do that. And piddled around in the little garden and with my flowers. That's about it. So just a calm, peaceful weekend. I noticed something about my little dog, Blue. He doesn't seem to be as bothered by the sound of the nearby fireworks anymore. I don't know if he's going deaf, which I don't think he is, because he seems to hear ice cream and car and go and all those keywords. He can about give himself whiplash when you mention those words, so I'm pretty sure it's not a hearing problem. I think he's just gotten used to. We live near two rock quarries, and several times a week they set off that dynamite, and he'll kind of perk up for that now. Not as much as he used to, but I think he's combined with that and just getting older and getting used to things. I think it just doesn't bother him as much, which is good, because I used to have to just sit and hold him for hours. But he does still do that with thunderstorms. So, yeah, there's that. Sleepless nights with a trembling dog sometimes. I'm sure a lot of you have the same problem that have pets. Some exciting news. I have some exciting news. If you hear a lawnmower, that's my neighbor. Our property goes right up to the back of the she shed. Yes, big news. I am getting to go to the SewYeah retreat. Do y'all know about the SewYeah retreat? It is a 5-day retreat there at their store in Las Vegas. And yes, my sister, if you are watching this, I will come visit you one day. And she lives in Henderson, which is right next door to Las Vegas, so I haven't told her yet that I was coming, so maybe she'll watch this video and find out. October 10 through 15. So, yeah, there's something exciting. I told my husband yesterday, I said, we need to get out and start walking like every day for a good amount, because I have gotten so out of shape. I don't know that I could run through an airport if I had to. Be nice to lose a little weight before I go too, but I don't know. We'll see about that. I better get busy if I'm going to do that. It'll be here before you know it. There's my first one. I don't know if that's right, if you're supposed to do sashing that way. I know you can do borders that way. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Okay, so looks like one thing about it with this gray, even though there is a slightly shiny sun, I don't think it'll matter if I get them mixed up. I don't think you'll be able to tell. Oh, what else? Yeah, the accommodations for the retreat that they've got lined up for us. They had a room at the Suncoast Hotel. I think it's a golf resort place. Anyway, they had one where you could share a room with someone, or you could just have a room by yourself, or you could have an RV spot, or if you live there, you could just pay for the retreat only. And of course, I wanted a private room, you know. I'm not much on rooming with people I don't know. And I went in there to reserve my spot because, you know, it just happened like a certain day, a certain time. You had to get in there and do it. And I started having some technical difficulties when I was in there. And by the time I got to where I could check out, it said sold out. And I was like, oh, I missed it. I'm not going to get to go. So I sat there and was bummed about it for a while. And I was like, you know, sometimes people's credit cards don't go through. I'm going to go see if something like that has happened and some more spots have opened up. I waited a full 5 minutes, and that is exactly what happened. So, I mean, I'm assuming, because I went back in 5 minutes later and I could pay for it. So I'm getting really excited about it. Just hope I can stay well and, like I say, be able to run through an airport if I have to. I haven't flown in so long. I can't even tell you. I seriously would have to think a long time about when was the last time I flew. You know what I like about these 1/4-inch foots with has that gate on the side, or that fence, is it makes a little line, a little indentation right where you need to trim these. So you don't have to get up and go use your OFA cutter and mat. And yeah, I have one right here beside me, but if it makes that indentation, why not just grab the scissors and cut it? Works out good. If you guys are going, let me know in the comments who have you got in. Okay, there's one. That makes 2. I wanted to talk to y'all some about other YouTubers. I'm not talking about necessarily quilting, but who are some other YouTube channels that you like to watch? What genre of YouTubers do you like to watch? we all watch each other's quilting channels. One of my favorites of that is, I had to kind of put them in order as far as who might be my favorite. Well, Pat Sloan would probably be my favorite because I watch her every single morning. And then after that would probably be, I like Annie from the Quilt Roadies. She just does like not a live, but like a weekly update, kind of like this quilt chat thing I'm doing. But I just really love to listen to her talk and talk about her projects and what's going on. I just feel like we could be quilting buddies. I tell you, I'm getting to where I'm going back to back stitching quite a bit. Not a lot of back stitching, but doing it quite a bit. You know, when you chain piece, you lose that opportunity. And I always like the security of putting a lock stitch in there. And when I was doing the columns of the muscle car quilt today, I could have figured out a way to chain piece those real quick, but I just kind of wanted a calm, tranquil, no stress, no anxiety quilting sewing session. So when I was putting these 9-inch strips across the up and down columns, I was just doing them one at a time. The only way I could have chain pieced it probably would be like between columns, you know, like I could do the first strip of the first column and then chain piece the first strip of the second column and then come back through and do that. I just didn't want to keep track of all that. So I just did one at a time, and that gave me a little opportunity to put a little lock stitch at the end and at the beginning. Who else do I like? Corey Yoder, she has one called Coriander Quilts, and her videos are short. Now she is, promoting her patterns and books and fabric lines and things like that. So is Pat Sloan. But I like her demeanor, and she's easy to follow, and her videos are short. They're not super long with a lot of detail. Well, anyway, what I was really asking you was what other genres of YouTubers do you watch? I watch homesteaders, like people who are trying to live off their land and, trying to have a small farm and be self-sufficient, like Roots and Refuge and the Holler Homestead. There's a few of those that I watch. And you guys are going to laugh, but another thing I like to watch are these people who, it's usually guys, and they go and they do those will it start videos. Somebody will send them out to a field where there's a piece of equipment or an old car or truck or tractor, and it's been sitting there for 30 or 40 years, and the challenge is to see if they can get it to start right there in the field. And sometimes, they might come back 2 or 3 times with parts and stuff before they get it going, but sometimes it's the same day they're able to get it going. So that interests me for some reason. My husband says, I don't know why you like that. It's kind of a guy thing. And I said, I don't know, I just like the challenge that they put before them to see if they succeed. And then what else do I watch? I will admit I watch way too much YouTube. That's for sure. Any kind of restoration type thing, like if people who can restore like cast iron or old antique iron pieces, restore them back to new. That's really interesting to me, and it's relaxing to watch it go from a heap of rust to like a brand new piece of equipment or tool or whatever. I like that kind of thing. Some gardening channels I watch too, just to get knowledge on plants and things. That's about it. But share with me what you like. I'd be curious to know what kind of other interests my viewers have. And speaking of viewers, those of you who are viewers and not subscribers, would you just go ahead and subscribe right now? It's always said that half the viewers are not subscribed, so if you just take a second right now and subscribe, that would help my analytics a lot. YouTubers are paid based on their number of views, not number of views, but how many hours they're viewed every month. So that's the main thing. But for us as creators, we get a better sense of what's going well if we have that number of subscribers. Often will give us a hint as to, okay, I just put out this video and I got 50 more subscribers, so people like that. Things of that nature. Commenting also and thumbs up also lets us know, okay, they like that kind of video. Or you might just have a video that just didn't get much traction at all, and so then you don't make any more like that, or you make less of those. But subscribers is kind of neat because it does give you a little more exposure to other opportunities. And as many YouTubers say, it's a labor of love because we're doing something that we like to do. That's already the case. We're probably going to do it anyway. We just happen to be sharing it with YouTube viewers. So there's a lot of work that goes into it. Making the videos, I don't find that hard. You just put yourself in front of your phone and that's it. My poor husband, he's editing for me, and I try to help him and make it as easy as possible on the editing. But if I was doing that part of it as well, I probably wouldn't still be doing it because it is a pain in the neck to edit. And he's getting very adept at it to where he can do it in much less time than we originally were doing it in. So yeah, go ahead and subscribe if you're one of those people that are watching regularly and you just haven't hit the subscribe button. Go ahead and do it, and it doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't reflect on you in any way other than telling me that you liked what you saw and you'd like to see more. So that would be greatly appreciated. And I think I'm getting ready to turn over 4,300 subscribers. And I just wanted to take a second to tell you that I really appreciate the support that I've gotten. This channel has grown at a rate that's, I don't see it a lot with quilting and sewing, that it grows rapidly like it has. It's not crazy, like I'm not about to get 100,000 subscribers or anything. It'll be years before I get to that, if I make it, if I live that long. But we started in right about December, January, and it's been 6 months, and I have, I'm getting going on 5,000 subscribers probably in the next couple of months. Maybe 3 months I'll have 5,000 subscribers. So if I could make it to 10,000 within this year, that would just be awesome. And we know you're already watching, so just go ahead and hit that subscribe button so we can get it up there. So let's see, is there anything else I wanted to tell you today? This is a long chat, isn't it? I feel like there's more things, but I'm going to keep working on this muscle car quilt. It's going to come together really fast, And so I'll be sharing some of that with you. If not during the week, this week, it'll be on Finish It Friday. Doubt it'll be finished, but it will be going quickly. I'm a little stuck on my Save the Bees panel. I just cannot decide what else to do on that, but I will, and I will get that finished. So look for those things coming up. And I've got lots of emails to share with you on Friday as well. Pictures of viewers' projects that they have finished or are working on. And that's all I have for you this Monday. And I'll see you soon. Tune back in. And always find time to do a little sewing every day if you can. All right, bye.